Alright, so we're going to do a scrap run, but first we gotta pull this junk out, go through it, put it back, and then see if we can fit any of this stuff in here from Sunday night. See if that stuff will fit. If not, we're going to have to do 2 trips today, which I think we're going to have to, because there's all this. So I'm pretty sure today's going to be a 2-trip day. Not necessarily the shelf, but the other stuff. So like I said, it might be a 2-trip day. Might be just how this is loaded. I guess we're going to find out. But we are jam-packed. I just think we're squatting a bit. Like I said, this thing's loaded. So, like I said, most of it's got to come out, be processed, put back. Like I said, the lamps and stuff buried at the bottom. You know, some of this can just stay in here. It's just shred. You know, the light fixtures and that got to come out, stripped. This box of tools, this aluminum. You know, computer up there. So, let's get to work. Alright, so this is loaded up good enough. Spent the last hour fiddling around with this crap. It's good enough for now. I'm gonna have to make 2 trips. There's just too much other stuff that's just not gonna fit. It's gonna have to be 2 trips. It would probably, it might help if that microwave was like flat and I could more easily stick stuff on top, but whatever. I can't really even get to it right now with this damn crap in my way, because there's always something in my way. So, I'm just gonna send this as it is right now, good enough. Hopefully get it in before it rains, because I looked at the weather earlier. It said it's supposed to rain. It's starting to look a little cloudy, like behind me. So, that's good to leave. So, like I said, I'm going to run this in. At least run this in now. Like I said, it's 1 o'clock now, so run this in. Get my maybe $30. This is actually, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty heavy load. And then I'll go run the other load and get my $15 or whatever. It's not going to be much, I don't think. Maybe see if I have a little time to like strip some stuff, because like there's the weed whackers in there and stuff, and then like the computer, the fan, like I said, some of the stuff over there. There's another microwave, and that's some of the stuff that needs processed over there. So, I lost my magnet last time. So, like I said, there's some void space up here. I didn't really even get to up here, but it's whatever. I know it's just gonna be 2 loads anyway, so I'm not worried about maxing every square inch out of this load. There's no point when I know I have to make a second trip anyways, after stripping a little bit of stuff. So we're just gonna send it. Alright, let's get this turned in. Alright, load 2. Not a ton, but the stuff that needed to get out of here. Not a ton of weight in here either. This will be like 200 pounds if we're lucky. Only because this is in here. But stuff that needed to go, so that's just how it is. And we'll have a ton of non-ferrous stuff to do. We'll process all the wires in that. I gotta go through. If non-ferrous isn't too busy, I'll turn those 2 batteries in. I could have done it the first time I was there. It looks like it was busy, but it really wasn't. One guy was done and the other guy was loading, so I could have snuck in there real quick and dumped the 2 batteries off. Alright, let's go run this in, get our $20, and get lunch. Alright, so we're done for today. First load, 440 pounds, 160 a gross ton, 31.43, so $31. The second load here, 380 pounds, heavier than I thought, 160, so 27.14, and then I turned in those 2 batteries that I found last night. I figured might as well get them out since there's nobody at non-ferrous, so might as well just get them out of my truck now. So 70 pounds, 15 cents a pound, 10.50 for those. So $38. Not too bad for today. I was gonna say for just last night, but today's load was today's load was stuff from Sunday night, and then the first load was mostly from today. Yeah, the first load was mostly from last night. The second load was mostly from Sunday night, but it's still not bad for the last 2 days, plus all the wire and aluminum and all that stuff. So Not too bad. All right, now let's go process some of this non-ferrous stuff since it's starting to rain again. All right, so got one scrap load ready to go. Combination of the last 3 days: Wednesday night, Sunday night, and Monday night here. And I got most of everything in there. I kind of forgot about some of these long pieces that needed to go in first that are gonna have to wait because they don't obviously fit now unless I chopped them up and then threw them in there. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not worried about it. Um, Not some of this bulky light stuff in the front, but it's gonna be like our usual load, like 3 to 400 pound range probably. I do have some of the batteries we found too over the last couple nights. I'll turn those in as well. So I'm still not sure. Oh, I explained it last night in the trash picking video, but depending on when this comes out, there's a problem at the scrapyard I normally go to, their hurdle location of Niagara Metals. As of yesterday, there's something wrong and they can't take shred at the moment. I'm assuming the scales broke or there's something wrong with the scale because that's really like the only reason why they wouldn't be able to take anything. It's not like they had a fire or anything. So I'm assuming that's what the problem is. So I have to go to one of their other yards. I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the one on New Babcock in Buffalo. It's about 20-ish minutes from here. Um, Instead of going to the one in Niagara Falls, because if I go to Niagara Falls, I have to go over the Grand Island Bridge. I have to pay tolls. That's obviously not worth it with um, paying tolls when there's a toll-free option that's not really any further. I think it was about the same distance, time-wise and mileage-wise. So I think I'm just gonna go to that one. Because like I said, I just got a toll bill from one went to Cleveland, and that was $13. Granted, I don't know what it costs to go over the Grand Island Bridge. I don't really ever do it, so I don't know. I'll just save me the couple bucks. Because my guess is it's probably $2-3 each way, if I had to guess. Then plus their $2 admin fee, so it'll probably cost me like $5 on a $15-ish load. Yeah, guys, you wanna make my bin of laptops disappear that I put out there? Laptops and then a couple batteries, lithium-ion batteries. I'd put out there. I put it way over there for the metal truck, the metal hazmat paint truck, all that crap. I put it over there on the side so they'd see it. And then I wake up and it's in the middle of the trash totes that have been emptied and the recycle totes have been emptied, and I can see someone looted through it because I know how I had it out there, and it's not how I had it out there. So I don't know what the hell that was about, or what moron put it over there, because now I'm gonna have to look at it for another week because they're probably not gonna come back and get that unless I called and complained. But I'm sick of complaining about the damn town. I'll just look at it for another week. I got some more laptops downstairs I can add to it anyways. I'm sure I could find other stuff to throw out for them. So anyways, long story short, like I said, we're going to go to a different yard. I thought about driving there and then like seeing, because I checked my email this morning, it didn't say that it was back open, so I'm assuming it's still down. I could call, but it's probably, like I said, it's probably just still down, because otherwise they'd say if it wasn't. So we'll just go to their other yard. So we'll just go to the other yard. Ugh. So like I said, a little bit of stuff, a little bit of shred left over. I gotta get Dad's car out of my way now, since he stayed home today. So now that screws things up, because now the car's in my way. It needs to be over there. Alright, let's go get our $20. Alright, so not sure you're gonna be able to hear. Not sure you're gonna be able to hear me over the AC. So we did that load, 380 pounds, like I figured, in that range of 3 to 4. So it's just in line with what I thought. It's in line with what it usually is. So 160 gross tons still, so 2714. Those batteries, 62 pounds. I'm impressed that it was that heavy. It's probably mostly that car battery. 15 cents a pound, 930. Oh boy. But I mean, that covers gas for 2 of the days. Hold on, my aunt's calling me. So 36 bucks. There you go. Alright, so we're going to do a quick small little non-ferrous run just to get some junk out of here. But it's primarily going two birds, one stone, getting some junk out of here, and then seeing if they fixed whatever the issue is at for shred. Hopefully, so I don't have to go all the way to their other yard, like to the new Babcock yard, like I did last time, which is double the distance at least to go. Although I think actually the one on Harlem is actually just a tiny bit closer than the one in New Babcock, but that's not really, doesn't really make a difference. I've been to the New Babcock one before, so I'll go there again if I have to. So got a little bit of aluminum in here, some screens, a couple other pieces. Like I said, just a couple other pieces, kind of whatever room I had left. And then we got wire and 2 bins of wire here, 2 crates of motors, and then 2 other ones, some pump motor, and that one off the floor machine. And then up here, the little bit of stainless I got, mostly those pots and pans that I got from that one house that I think is, no, it should be like right at the end of the video. And the clear bags, the 2 things of pots and pans I got. There's actually the aluminum ones in here and the stainless ones, and then a piece of like muffler that I should have took last time that I forgot about. So I'll take that this time. So like I said, a little bit of stainless, aluminum, motors, wire. I'll probably plug that in real quick, see if it works. Because if not, I can just end it with the motors this time. I can just end it with the motors right now. So, and then when we come back, depending on, well, not really depending on which yard we have to go to, when we come back, we'll do a shred run. I'm probably just going to end up sending this. I got enough Oryx lying around right now. This one's been sitting out in the rain for the night I found it and ever since, and it's rained a bunch, so I'll probably just get rid of it. A little bit of stuff, I found dumpster diving. I forgot to mention that in the video from last night. I found dumpster diving, just that little bit of stuff. Like I said, those are the electronics that I went through that weren't worth selling. Like I said, this a little bit of steel here. There's a couple pieces of aluminum in here. A little bit of steel there. Whatever James rumbles up. Actually, I gotta throw that screen in. James going through his scraps, so whatever little bit he's got, I'll probably send that as well. And then back here, it doesn't look much better than it did, but then there's a little bit back here. There's not much really. I want to get it out of here. I was hoping to kind of get rid of this too, but that's not really gonna fit. Because that's really what I want to get rid of. I got rid of the stuff inside, but more really, I should have got rid of the stuff outside. So that's what I'm concerned about, because you can see in from the street over. So like I said, the aftermath of the fans. Like I said, that's got stuff in it. Pretty much leftovers, everything from Thursday. That, not gonna worry about getting the aluminum off, or I might try. Like I said, I got rid of the aluminum that was in here. Like I said, my stainless, I only got a little bit of brass right now. It's not really worth throwing in. Number 2 copper, I was gonna strip this motor that I pulled out of one of those thingies, because this is already should be simple enough to do. Just cut it, pull it on the other side. I normally don't strip motors down, but this one was already, when it came out, it was like that. So from how I had to strip it, and like I said, I got this faucet, which, I mean, there's brass on it to strip, but there's this shred here. There'll be a little bit in here again, stuff I found dumpster diving, some bottles and that. I gotta finish going through that real quick. That fan I'm keeping because that actually works, so I'm gonna keep that. So I have that fan and this one. So I got both of them. Like I said, other than that, there's not really anything in here. But I do want to kind of try and finish this corner off, trying to organize it better. It's kind of all over the place right now. So that's that. Like I said, that'll be the shred load next to that sink, that vintage sink. Which, someone you might try and sell. I'm not gonna bother. Like I said, 1956. I think it said 58. It looks like an 8. Oh, no, 56. April 5th, 1956. That's how old that sink is. So, and it can go become a new sink. Alright. Oh, there's a little bit of crap in there too, whatever. Same here, a little bit of stuff, some miscellaneous junk from downstairs. So is that battery junk? That Interstate one?
Yeah, it's jumping up camper.
I'll say, well, if you're not taking it back for the core or whatever, fork it over. I'll take it since I'm going now.
get one.
I said, did you ever get another one for the camper?
No.
Okay, so yeah, then take that one for the core then, and then get a new battery for the camper. So James might keep that. He's gonna try and power wash it first because it is pretty dirty. The grates on it. Like I said, I'm gonna plug that in, see if that works. If not, I'm gonna send it right now. Otherwise, that's enough talking. Let's get it to the scrapyard. All right, all loaded with shred. Say it looks kind of fuller than it is. There's a little bit of a gap in here and kind of over there, and it's not really super heavy other than this cast iron sink. And I mean this bucket's pretty heavy. The other one's not too much. Otherwise, it's kind of on the light side here. This, I'd say like 300, and that's mainly because, like I said, because of the sink. That's probably 80 right there. And then the bucket is at least another probably 40. So, I mean, almost half that right there is sink, bucket, another bucket. So, but that's pretty much all I got. So, I'm going to save these chairs for now. They're actually decent. This is not. I'm sitting on it. You can like hear it rip. You can see it's pretty. It's shot, unfortunately. It'd be cool to keep, but it's no good. So, that's going to go. That, if I remember right, was aluminum. So, that I got to. Whatever that thing is, I found that dumpster diving. So, other than that, that's, like I said, that's pretty much it. There's like a little bit of smalls in here. I'm not worried about whatever James did with his stuff when he was sorting through it. Like I said, he busted up some plastics. So he's obviously stripping a couple things out over there. So, like I said, that's pretty much that. That's it for back here. Nothing else back here other than that other bin of aluminum. That's a thing for another day. Those chairs and legs. I'm keeping these ones for now as well. Slash gonna strip them because we're hosting 4th of July here. We're not sure how many people are gonna be here, so we might need some extra chairs. So that's why I'm saving those for now and those other ones for now. But otherwise, those are gonna be junk. I really should sell this door. It's for like a Firebird. It's super heavy, and obviously it's something that someone would want. I got this pipe. And I gotta double check to make sure these aren't cats. I'm pretty sure they're not, but I gotta double check. That's why they're kind of just thrown over here for now. I need to do my quick Google search to make sure they're not. Make sure I'm not throwing away, hundreds of dollars in cats. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's not. So, a little bit of rotors. That's for a different day. Maybe whatever other aluminum maybe. That's probably what I should have done really was just kept. Oh, actually, that's probably what I should have really done was in that load. Well, no, because I didn't know if Ferris was open. Which it is, which is why we're doing this load now. Like I said, it probably was open days ago and they just never sent out a follow-up email. Which I hate that they didn't communicate that. So, like I said, other than that in here, that's pretty much it. So, and of course I do the bottles, which I'll get to one of these days. One of these days, it's not high on my priority list to get out of there. But those gotta go at some point. I don't have room for them, otherwise I just take them now and stop somewhere. I passed a couple bottle places. There's stuff like this. I mean, I can cut and throw that out. And that light's aluminum. Like I said, that's pretty much all I got right now. That stuff's going to the curb. Those laptops and those Dysons. Just get rid of them. This, I guess, I'll strip. Get the motor out. I was just gonna send it, but we'll see how hard it is. If it becomes super difficult, I'm gonna just then I'll send it, but I'll give it a shot at least. That I guess I'll keep, although it's kind of small and missing a wheel. Not ideal, but I guess I'll keep it for now. So like I said, let's go turn this in. Like I said, like $300 maybe. So we'll go turn that in, and then I'll show you the receipts for this haul and non-Ferris haul. All right, so back home now. We'll go over the first run non-Ferris. So old sheet, 67 pounds, 60 cents a pound, 40/20. Aluminum cast, 5 pounds, 30 cents a pound, $1.50. That was the one cast aluminum barbecue lid. It was hidden behind the the trash can, but it had other aluminum in it, and they actually separated it out. Normally, they just throw it all in old sheet. So yeah, 30 cents a pound, half of old sheet. $1.50 is what that barbecue top was worth. So, well, that means the top and bottom barbecue is worth about $3, which is ridiculously low. That's insane. So, like I said, normally that would go in the old sheet pile. If I would have done like the full truckload of it, that's where it would have ended up. But oh well. So it would have been $3 instead. Next, electric motors, 161 pounds, 25 cents a pound, 40.25. It's pretty impressive for that little bit of motors. It was 2 milk crates, a sump pump, the KitchenAid, because that didn't end up being any good. It was motors. You could hear it arcing out on all the low speeds, so that was junk. And then that one floor buffing motor, which is where I'm sure most of that weight was from. Next, stainless steel 304, 25 pounds, 30 cents a pound, $7.50 for that little bit of stainless. Copper number 2, insulated 30 to 39%, 109 pounds, 70 cents a pound still, $76.30. Grand total $166. Not bad. Except for I forgot that I picked up last night. I did it off camera. I was on the first street of the old neighborhood. I swung back around for it because I remembered it was up on top of the recycle tote, and then I forgot to check it and then send it. I would have, because if it was stainless, obviously I would have just got rid of it right away. And then the two vacuum, the couple of cords down there, vacuum and whatever the hell the other things are down there. So, oh well, there's always next time. And then that shred load, that was heavier than I thought. 440 pounds, 160 gross ton still, 31.43, so $31. So not a bad, not bad for today. We got 100, we got a 50, we got 5s, 10 singles. I don't think we got any 20s though. No, just 10s, 5s. Yeah, no, there should be a 20 in there from the. Okay, nope. Yeah, we got everything today. 100, 50s, 100, 50, 20, 10s, 5s, singles. All right. That's always good when you got a variety of stuff. So, all right, that's it for now. We'll head out tonight, trash picking, and see what we can find then.